Hi everyone, my name is Valeria. I'm an artist and this video is my art studio vlog. I think I started to record it in November, yes, but I hope you love it, I hope you see it, and let's go, let's jump in and let's enjoy my artist's life. Let's go. First of all, I should say that my November starts from an amazing plein air on my favorite spot on the banks of the mountain river. I showed this spot to you in my previous video. So I had an amazing plein air, but it was quite cold there. It was something about +10 on the mountains, and my sketch just doesn't want it to dry out, and I just stopped on my half of my weight. I didn't finish my sketch. I went down the river, waited for my sketch dry. When I was on the way, I closed my sketchbook and put it in my backpack, and just this way I finished the sketch, because when it is something about +10, your sketches just doesn't dry at all. And of course I got a lot of inspiration with the sound, color and light on my way down. In my previous video, I showed it to you that I started my work on a sculpture of an anglerfish. And I showed it to you that I finished making his frame out of the plaster or gypsum, and it was a time to continue my work, because gypsum was polymerized and I could continue my work. So let me show it to you, let me show this progress to you. I started attaching the lights to the frame with heat glue. My goal was to place the lights about the same distance apart and leave a fairly long part of the lights to make it a blur. Of course, the easiest way to do this was to turn on the lights and use a hot glue. I positioned the lights by curling the wire a bit to then cover the anglerfish in a black fur. I used small scissors to make a hole in the fur, stick the light through and immediately filled it with hot glue. This way the light will be fixed securely. Of course, before I did that, I cut the fur off a large piece to make it easier to hold. It's time to make teeth for my anglerfish. I used epoxy resin. I add the ingredients and mix them carefully. Next, I just pour it on a film-protected surface and wait 8 hours. This time may vary, and it depends on the characteristics of each resin. I can tell you from my experience. After a certain amount of time, the resin becomes almost polymerized, but it is still flexible, like a film. And it's important to catch this state, and you can cut the resin using scissors and shape it with your hands. And no, it's not sticky if it has reached the right state of polymerization. I was literally half an hour late and my resin was not sticky, cut well, but had a hard time holding the shape I had given it, and I taped the teeth in place with a tape. Well, it helped, but not completely. The teeth were as if with cracks, in which dust and dirt would later easily clog, and it would seem that the anglerfish had caries. So that's why I mixed a tiny amount of resin with a pearl sand pigment and carefully filled all the cracks. In exactly the same technique, a technique of almost polymerized epoxy resin, you might say, I made the outer part of the lure. Let me show it to you on the example of test samples, which I later used for the sculpture with the hands. I showed it to you later. So I just mixed a little amount of epoxy resin, added some golden pigment and golden glitter, mixed it carefully and poured it out on a plastic covered surface, waited for 8 hours, and after this time I just shaped it with my hands. I wrapped it around a roll of plastic wrap, and the next morning I had the lure. Guys, I just finished it! Yay! It's done! It's done! My anglerfish, my baby. So, I just finished his teeth, and I have to cover his basement with fabric, but it's nothing. Believe me, it's nothing. Just look at his teeth. They are amazing. I spent half of the day to fix it. I need to fix this more. Yeah, and it's done. Yay! But you know, guys, I have an idea. Just a moment, I need to find something. Yeah, I find it. I have an idea that this little baby, this little anglerfish, should live there in his mouth. But his teeth was so huge that he doesn't fit there now. Okay, but maybe of course I should finish him. His teeth, I think I will find some of these little ones. So I think it will be just another little sculpture, little anglerfish, his baby. But he would live not in his mouth, but somewhere else. I don't know yet where. But you know, I'm so glad. I just thought I don't finish it. It was so hard. It's one of my hardest projects, but I am really glad I'm finished. I'm just happy, guys. Finally, the base was left, which I still hadn't covered with anything because I was afraid of getting it dirty. I had to give up the idea of covering it with fabric because the seams would be visible. And it is impossible to take the anglerfish apart, put the fabric, and put the anglerfish back together. I told you the story about the wires in the previous video. And that's why I used the hot glue, plexiglass, and the plaster as a coating. It's Friday, guys. The weather changes so often, so much, and I'm feeling I'm just I'm like an anglerfish. This one, mine. I almost finished him. It's just the basement. I had to do. So now I think I'll make another layer of the. I forgot all the words. I'm sorry. I'm doing this layer. Then I paint it with a black color, and then finally I will take some pictures of him. And finally he's done. I can't believe it. I can't believe it because it's one of my hardest projects. He took all my power. Okay, let's have some coffee and get back to work. And finally I covered this basement with the black acrylic ground. I just took the acrylic ground, not simple acrylic paint because this ground was cheaper, it was most opaque, so I took this ground, and it was very good solution. And the most important and the last step and the most important step is to cover this coating with epoxy resin. It needed protection because I wasn't sure the plaster and plexiglass would hold strong together. So guys, another week, a new week and new tasks. I should finish this piece. Oh, yeah. Focus. This piece to make it round, and then I put lamps there, and I will start to cover it with dark red fur, and it will be great. So, and another task is to finish these fingers, to make this finger a little bit longer. What's wrong with my camera today? And this one too, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So, because it's a repairing this of these hands. They was very small and stupid and just incorrect in anatomy. So here's a task. I will do it now. Wish me luck. Because I had a lot to do today, more than my art. To be honest, I finished the hands and the anemone too, but the hands were difficult. I planned to make small sculptures, sewed off metal tubes, made the basements, but I didn't like the proportions. So here I will only say that I have finished the basements of these sculptures, which I made the same as the basements for my anglerfish. And about sculptures of hands, I'd better tell you in another video, because this video turns out to be too long. Okay guys, I want to go walking in the mountains now, and I want to do some plein air sketches. So what I want to take with me, first of all, my sketchbook. It's from Paul Rubens. Here, Paul. I started it already. It's already has some sketches, some very quick sketches. So I will continue to fill it. Then my travel palette, my travel kit. So let's say so. Yeah, it's here we got some of my basic colors like cadmium orange, cadmium red, or perylene red. I don't know, it depends. Cobalt blue or ultramarine blue, and here we got some phthalo blue, and also some mixes, some very strange mixes from AliExpress. You know, these paints called Supervision. They are not very light fast, but for sketchbook I think they are okay. I think it's okay to use them. And some of Payne's Gray, you know, just for getting darker some of my mixes. Some mixes of my colors. Yeah, and my travel kit in my pencil case. Here I got some, you know, markers, watercolor marker, Koi, and this pro marker, black one and gray one. This some water brushes. I just keep them here in my pencil case, just in case I want to sketch somewhere. Oh, some sugar. I've got some sugar here. And that's great. And my travel kit, it's Rublev brushes. I love them so much. And this one is brush from AliExpress. My follower Helena sends it to me. I test it, and yeah, I love this little brush. Actually, I missed this brush because it was not enough to have only just these two brushes. This one is too big. This is a Rublev brush, the imitation of Kalinsky sable, and this one is Striper, I think, long hair brush. Well, so yeah, I can use them both actually, but this sketchbook is so small for using only these two brushes. But now I have one more. I have a great brush from AliExpress. I enjoy it. So I'm ready to go to mountains. And yes, I want to take a little bucket, take a little cup. Just a moment. Yeah, this one, travel cup, I think it's silicone. Yeah, I love this cup very much. It's from Faber-Castell. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I can use it. I can use it in this way and in this way if I need a few amount of water, a little amount or small amount. I'm sorry. I'm still bad in these grammatical things. So here is my kit. I just put it in my backpack and I'm ready to go. Let's go. And another amazing plein air on my favorite spot, and amazing lights and colors and weather. It was great. It was one of my last plein airs this autumn. And the last step of working on an anemone sculpture I showed to you in this video is covering it with a dark red fur. You know, guys, I will show to you the finished sculpture of an anglerfish, this process of making hands in the next videos. And now I just want to say I love this progress of making the anemone sculpture. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you loved this video. Please follow me here on YouTube and on Instagram. Please make sure to visit my Artfinder shop, and see you in the next video. Bye!